My name is Melissa Nelson, and I am an art teacher in New Hampton. And the reason why I'm an art teacher is because of Tim Castle. Tim really gave me the chance to explore what art was, and I've since then gone through several rounds at UNI and working on my master's degree in art education. I currently teach high school art. I'm the only art teacher there, and which that kind of means that I get to do whatever I want with the kids, which is really cool. So I currently have an art show up here, and the art show in Ray Fredericks Hall. Is it Ray Fredericks Hall? Ray Frederick Gallery, sorry. That is actually the very first place that I put artwork up on the wall, so it's really special to me to have up my own whole solo show there. My show is called Unfinished Finished. Art as an art teacher, I don't always finish things, because if I finish things, they all look like mine. And I want my students to be able to make their own choices and to be able to find their own voice in art. Oftentimes, as an art teacher, our students only see us as a teacher, and they only really see us as that. They don't really consider us artists. I brought a bunch of my students in so that they could get the chance to see what it was like to have a solo show and for me to show my artwork as an artist. I haven't had a solo show or haven't done a solo show for about 5 years, so this is really, really exciting to kind of come home for this. And to be able to work with Tim again has been really fantastic. Art is important because it gives you ways to find new ways out of boxes. It could be the box of your life, the box of your emotions, the box of school. It's a release. It also gives you the chance to be able to look at things differently. You have to figure out, you have to solve a problem, and those problems are always solved in different ways by different people. I try and get the kids to think beyond just this piece. Art for me is a outlet for my feelings. A lot of the pieces on the wall are parts of my life, parts of the things that are around me and how I'm feeling, and some of my earlier works, the collagraphs that I have, they're on abandoned buildings, and I have several of them. And at that point in time, I had just moved to a new town and no friends, so I really did kind of feel like an abandoned building. So being able to move from that abandoned building feeling to add more things to everything else. Art is truly something that gives people more than they get out of life otherwise. When I first started, I took painting with Tim, and I really started feeling like a painter. I started that way, and then I moved into sculpture, and then I've moved into printmaking, and I've moved into clay, and I've moved into glass. So I have a huge variety of things that I work with and that I teach. Everything in my show is something that I teach my students. So I find myself jumping from bit to bit, from media to media, because I teach so much different stuff. I'm also really easily bored. And being able to jump from media to media and still leave things unfinished and consider them actually finished is a really cool thing for me to be able to do. What's next is I will actually take this same show and show it in a place that's closer to home in Charles City. They're really excited to do that over the summer. Over the summer, I'm also going to tour Germany, so I'm hoping to come home with some new ideas and to continue just pushing my artwork further. And I'm also looking to involve myself more in the Art Educators of Iowa and take on more responsibilities from that. I graduate with my master's degree in May, and I'm so ready for that. Ready to be able to teach some college classes and college credits for my students to be able to take dual credit high school and college too. I live on the internet, probably way too much, but I spend a lot of time talking with other art teachers and a lot of time on art sites, and just get a lot of inspiration from what happens on there. And my students are always bringing things in. Hey, let's try this, or this is what I want. This is what I want to do. How do I accomplish that? So they actually really inspire me also. I can give them boxes of here's the thing that I want you to create, and they're going to find ways to get out of that. And I may take that and incorporate what they're doing back into my own work, just to be able to see what happens and how things work or don't work, because a lot of times the things that doesn't work is the things that teach us the most about how to do it right. And we don't really learn from things that we do perfectly all the time. We learn from failure.